There's only 2% of the United States population involved in agriculture, and only 28% of the population knows where their food comes from. That leaves almost 3/4 of us in the dark. But have you ever wondered how some of your favorite foods are made? Like cheeseburgers, potato chips, and what about beer? Sadly, more of us know more about the side effects rather than what goes into the third most popular beverage, just nearly beaten out by coffee and water. However, most do not know that the beer brewing process is actually quite simple. Let's start with the first and most important ingredient, barley. Barley is one of the most popular cereal grains grown in the United States and Colorado. It is usually planted in late autumn and harvested in late July or early August. Barley is harvested by a combine. It cuts off the barley head, removes all of the waste, leaving only the grain itself. It is then trucked to a grain elevator where it is further processed. Further processing may include washing, cracking, or even removing the outside layer, exposing the seed. Next, it is shipped to the brewery and we are ready to start malting. Malting includes soaking the barley in hot water until it starts to germinate. The germination also releases the enzymes that convert starches into sugars. After the malting process, the beer is then roasted. This helps give the final product its distinct flavor and taste. The longer the roast, the darker the beer. Next, we'll move on to one of the final steps in the beer making process, mashing. The malted barley is reintroduced with water into a vat. The water starts out at about 100 degrees and slowly moves up. This is important because it maximizes the enzymes that will convert starches into sugars. After all the sugar has been extracted from the barley, it is then shipped off and processed into livestock feed. The remaining liquid wort is boiled and hops are added to the solution. Hops give the beer its most significant bitter flavor, and other seasonings such as nutmeg, cinnamon, and allspice can be added, but this greatly depends on the season and flavor of the beer. After the mixture has boiled for about an hour, it is transferred into a cooling tank. Here the yeast is added and it transforms the sugar into alcohol. Additionally, the yeast carbonates the mixture, and after 7 days of fermentation, it's transferred into one of these cooling tanks, where it will age for about 21 days. After the aging process, it is then sent off to be filtered and bottled. Beer is filtered about 3 to 4 times to remove cloudiness and any leftover debris. It is then sent off to be bottled, canned, or put into kegs. And after it has been labeled, it is then available to be enjoyed by people everywhere.